What's going on, everybody? It's the NBA Guru Show. We have a classic game for the playoffs, an absolute classic. I'm still, whew, I'm still catching my breath on the game, man. I'm still catching my breath. That was a stressful game, bro. Like that was a stressful game. I couldn't believe it.
How's it
Nath,
stressful? Who you rooting for, man? It's only stressful if you're a fan of either team.
I'm not a fan of either team, but I love good ball, and that was peak ball tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk a wonderful weekend of playoffs. We're gonna talk the game twos from today, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna talk the three main games: Clippers, Nuggets, Pistons, Knicks, and we'll talk a little Warriors, Rockets, and we'll top it on the Lakers, Timberwolves, see what strategies they gotta do and stuff like that. And we'll skip over the OKC series and you
Miami.
know, yeah, Miami and Boston. We'll skip those and we'll talk the rest. But I mean, let's just get into it, man. Let's just get into it. What a game by Mr. Kawhi Leonard. 92% true shooting percentage today. Off the charts, man. How do you feel about his game today? How do you feel about the game? I mean, are you winded? Are you just you couldn't believe what kind of ball you're watching right now? Like what are your thoughts right now, man?
I mean, everyone had a lot of people picked this series to be the best in the first round. A lot of well-known analysts for good reason, but I didn't. I don't mean I don't think they expected it to be this good. I mean, this is we didn't even talk about the first game where that went into overtime, but these first two games are easily the best games of the playoffs so far. Between the Clippers and Nuggets, but yeah, Kawhi. I didn't know Kawhi still. I mean, obviously we've been talking about Kawhi looking like peak Kawhi, but this is like peak Kawhi, Finals MVP 2019 Kawhi, I mean, I didn't know he still had it in him, like you said, 92% true shooting percentage. I mean, this series, he's averaging 30 and a half points per game, 2.5 steals per game on 71% from the field, 50% from three, and 100% from the free throw line. So he's having an absolutely insane start to the series. And I mean, the Nuggets are lucky that actually they're not down 0-2. They had some. They had that big Westbrook three in game one, and then this game they just couldn't hit. They didn't have that big three at the end of the game. They had the good look with Brown, but I mean he pumped for some reason. So I don't know why he did that. And then
Yeah.
yeah, I mean the rotations were interesting. What Westbrook wasn't even in the end at this game compared to last game. So I mean, strategically, it's been a great X's and O's battle too. I mean, the defense in this game particularly was off the charts.
Yeah, the defense was insane. I just got to say another Kawhi stat here. He's only the fourth player in NBA history to score 39 or more on 91% true shooting percentage in a playoff game. The other three is Damian Lillard in 2021, Dirk Nowitzki in 2011 versus the Thunder, and Terry Porter against the Jazz in 92. Unreal stuff, man. Historic performance, legendary performance. But I want to give everyone a reminder. I want to give everyone a reminder here. Okay. Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs is an absolute monster. But I want to bring up game six of the 2021 NBA playoffs, where he played the Dallas Mavericks. He was 18 of 25 and 72% shooting, 5 from 9 from the 3-point line, 13 of 16 from the free throw line, and had 45 points in a win against Dallas. That's when they won the series in 7.
That was
And
round
then they,
one,
yeah, yes, it was. It was round one.
and then I think that's the year that he got hurt versus Phoenix. He had
Utah.
an insane game, I think,
Yeah.
versus Phoenix, and then or someone in
Yeah,
game one, and
yeah,
then he got hurt.
yeah, it looks like 2021 it was they played Dallas first then Utah. Uh and
Then
uh
Phoenix.
and then Phoenix was in 23 and then he got hurt in
Oh,
that
okay.
series too. I mean, this guy gets hurt a lot. But anyway, game 6 in that 2021 playoffs. Anyway, Kawhi's a robot, man. It's just insane watching him when in the playoffs. Um I mean, it's not a hot take. I think it's only been a game and a half for some teams, but he's the best player in the playoffs right now. Even I mean, probably even better than Jokic, even though Jokic is killing it, getting triple doubles all every game. He's playing insane. Curry's been playing insane, but it is early to say.
It's still early. I mean,
Yeah,
he's also had 2 games, which is to his advantage.
Yeah,
Unlike, I mean,
a lot
besides
of
the
other.
Pistons Knicks series, but yeah, like you said, I mean, another stat: playoff games with 30 plus points and 75% field goal percentage. Kawhi Leonard has 4 of those games, and Shaq and Kareem also have 4, and that's the most in NBA history. So, like you said, all-time playoff risers. You know, we talk about playoff risers, playoff droppers. Kawhi's an all-time playoff riser, and yeah, I mean, that was an all-time performance. You just got to cherish these games, man. You don't know how many, especially Kawhi. You don't know how many more we're gonna get. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully we do see more of it. And I mean, I picked the Clips to win the series, and I think I picked them in 6. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we see more of it. And then yeah, man, you just gotta enjoy these special types of playoff performances. That was and the shots he was hitting weren't like open shots. He was hitting double
Oh
clutch,
yeah.
double clutch. He was hitting, you know, they were well contested shots. He was just prime mid range jumpers. I mean, just he just looks like athletic and slimmer too. So yeah, man. I mean, insane performance.
I got to give another playoff riser. I thought Jamal Murray played pretty good. Um, he had 23 points, 9 for 17, 4 for 8 shooting. Could have done a little bit more, but I mean, he still had a decent game. These guys, Jokic with a triple double, Michael Porter Jr. with a bounce back game, 15 and 15. Got hurt at the end with that shoulder, but he definitely played way better and got to play in the
I
near the
thought
end
Jokic
where he
in the
got hurt.
second half was not that, or especially in the fourth quarter.
Hmm.
I think he could have done better, to be honest. I don't think he had his like the first game, for instance. I
Yeah,
just don't
yeah,
think he made enough impactful plays. Even the last, I mean, he could have passed out the last 3. I've
yeah.
seen him
I
hit
don't know
both
why he didn't do
threes
it.
against the
Yeah.
Lakers in the West Finals, but that's still a tough shot. I mean, we've seen him hit that plenty of times, but yeah, in the second half, he had 5 turnovers, 5 field goals, 5 assists. Played the whole second half. I think he's played 43 and 46 minutes respectively in game 1 and 2. But he's doing everything he can. I mean, we've talked about how the roster is poorly constructed around him, but yeah, that was I just expected more. You know, he was my MVP pick this season, and you just expect more in that situation. But yeah, it was just Kawhi's day today.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Jokic was sloppy, had 7 turnovers in the game. Nuggets all overall were sloppy in the game with was it 18 or 20 turnovers? Damn, yeah, 20 turnovers in the game. Field goal percent, they were fine. 3-point percent, they were even better than the Clips. They got to the free throw line. That's probably the coach is gonna kill him on that. The free throws missed a lot. Jokic was missed 4 free throws. Um, and they had almost double the amount of free throws. If they just make a few more, get to their season average, they could have won the game. I mean, out rebounded the Clippers by a monster amount. 50-32 is a huge advantage.
Yeah,
Uh, and yeah, but
especially on the
Clippers, man,
offensive glass.
yeah, offensive 15-7. But yeah, man, I mean, it was just the Kawhi show. I mean, Harden, he had a good game the last game, but he's just, man, when he has a good game, like I don't see him getting dubs. Today he had a decent game, 18 shot, oh, not great, 7 for 17, 4 for 11 from 3, 4 turnovers, 7 assists, no free throws. Um, and then he missed that shot at the end that could have sealed the game and put the dagger. But I mean, I will say he has made that floater a lot. Like recently, I mean, he made the floater a decent amount of times in the last games when it's been close in regular season. And but yeah, this one just I just hope that Harden can at least have his final couple years with some good playoff games. Man, I've always rooted for the guy. But ever since he started just not performing in the playoffs and being just not great at all, he's kind of put me off. But we'll see, man. We'll see if he gets off to keep playing better. And yeah, let's see. Baki, 7 turnovers for Jokic. You know the game's over. It's never over when you got Jokic. They were still in the game. Just had to stop Kawhi in that last shot, and they could have had some. They could have made that last play. I mean, they even had a timeout. I would say, right? But I mean, it was probably better to
No, I
go for
don't.
a
Because
shot.
if you call timeout, the Clippers are probably going to
Yeah,
foul, and then you just have to hope that you're going to get in that free throw game where you hope you miss the second free throw. and get
Yeah,
the rebound, which I would rather take a three. And they had a good look. Christian Brown had a good look. He just
the first
hesitated,
one. Yeah.
and then for
He had
some
a good,
reason,
yeah, he got a second. The second look he had too, the one he actually shot was like a really good look too, but he
yeah, I
bricked
don't know.
it.
Yeah, I don't know who contested it, but man, Chris Dunn today, his reading of the game and his deflections and his defensive, just like on ball defense was insane.
Yeah,
This is why, I mean, if Chris Dunn was eligible, he probably would be like an all defensive type of guy. But man, the fact that they got Chris Dunn just on a minimum, I mean, you got to give credit to Lawrence Frank, the Clippers GM. But yeah, I
yeah,
mean, interesting stat too is like the first game, the Nuggets had 11 turnovers and the Clippers had 20. In this game, the
it's opposite.
Nuggets had 20 turnovers and the Clippers had 11. So it was pretty much the opposite. Yeah, and Harden, the first game was much better, like you said. I think today, just watching the game, like Harden, I think his floaters were off, like you said. I think he had Zoo a couple times on alley oops, but I think he was stuck in between deciding whether to shoot or pass. So I think he ended up shooting a lot of those, which honestly they weren't even close, some of them. So I think his floater game was just not on today.
Yeah, yeah. Both benches. It was just for Denver. They just had Westbrook on with 14 points. He's always hot and cold. Um, and then the Clippers. I mean, Ben Simmons, Bogey didn't make a shot out of his 5 shots. Derek Jones Jr., Batum. I mean, honestly, if Chris Dunn makes his wide open threes, they're gonna have a good chance at winning this. Like a decent. Like I feel like that's like a huge factor. If Chris Dunn makes his threes.
Yeah, no, I mean you could say the same about Westbrook too. But
Yeah,
I think Chris Dunn, how many threes did he? Let me see, how
he
many
was
threes
one
did
for
he
four
hit? Yeah, one
today.
for four. Yeah, he did miss. I think he hit one in the
They
first
were
half,
wide,
and then
wide
he
open.
missed. Yeah,
Yeah,
wide open. I mean, Westbrook gets the same exact looks, but the
yeah.
problem is
He
Westbrook
made
isn't
them
a
today.
starter. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Chris Dunn plays, but Chris Dunn's defense is just such a plus that you just kind of live with his lack of offensive firepower. I mean, obviously that's he's not known to be a great shooter, but I think he does hit some threes every now and then at least.
yeah. Let me see. Chris Dunn's shooting 3-point percentage this year is 33.5%. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's always these. It's I always see these X factors, right? It's like Chris Dunn making his threes, is Westbrook making his threes. I feel like that's because everything else is so well defended. Those are the shots the team wants to give up, and whoever makes them is going to beat the other team. So it's
Yeah,
just
like
kind
the
of
first
hard.
game, Westbrook hit
Yeah.
his three. I mean, there was a stat. Ramona Shelburne from ESPN said that the average space between Westbrook and the nearest defender in the first game was 9.6 feet. So
Oh
that's
wow.
almost like 6-7 yards of space. So they were really daring him to shoot. So yeah, I mean, to give him like I think it was around 9.6 feet between the shooter and the nearest defender is crazy. So I mean, when he's out on the floor, their philosophy is obviously going to be just force him to shoot, and then as a result, you kind of saw them like doubling and hounding Joker, and that's where Joker had a lot of those turnovers where he was trying to do his little spin and then pass, but man, they were on him fast. Chris
Yeah.
Dunn and everyone and Kawhi and I mean Kawhi at the end too with that steal to wrap it up.
Yeah.
He was just everywhere, man.
The defense was insane from really both teams. I love the physicality. Powell got into it with Murray. I thought it was fair from both. I'm surprised Murray didn't get a T on that. Zubac, I gotta give him props, bro. We gotta give him props. He's not getting a lot of props, but he's playing decent. I mean, pretty damn good defense on Jokic as well as you can do.
We've been giving him
Uh,
props on this show. Whoa, whoa! I've been
we
giving him
do.
props, man. I said
No,
last
for
show he's
sure. I'm just talking.
all defensive type of. He's been an all
Yeah.
defensive type of center
No, for sure. But I'm just talking like NBA
in
media in
general.
general. Like,
NBA
yeah,
casuals.
yeah, casuals not giving that respect to Zubac.
Mhm.
He's doing really well. Um, and yeah, I mean, it was a fun game, man. It was very intense. A lot of physicality. I don't love Jokic flopping a little bit here and there, man. I mean, he's
Yo,
trying to get
Jokic today.
himself.
I'm sorry, Jokic today was unbearable. Like the foul grifting and the foul baiting, and then especially after watching Jalen Brunson in the earlier game. Um, yeah, I mean today, I mean, I'm glad that the refs, especially that last one where he flopped. on the I
Yeah,
think James Harden push.
the
I'm just glad
Harden.
the refs
Yeah,
didn't fall for a lot of them.
yeah. Like I don't even mind if you flop, but I need the league to start hounding on the charges, right? They fines, and once you have
Yeah, they need
multiple
to
of
do
them,
something. They need to. I mean, I think one year they said they're gonna start fining players for flopping, but I mean, I feel like they never do that, or like
yeah,
rarely.
it's
They
very
do
rare.
it, but it's very rare.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
they need to
So
do it a little bit harder for sure.
Balky's saying the
Uh,
problem with the Clippers is they don't put you in the position to pick their poison. You must have three players at the top all game long, Harden, the Claw, and Zoob. Yeah, no, I mean that's why Chris Dunn is huge. That's a good
mhm.
point. Chris Dunn being that guy that they could kind of leave open, but even then, Kawhi was just when Kawhi's in that type of mode where he's just soaring over everyone because his shot is
Yeah.
like unblockable. I mean, you just can't do anything.
Well, you gotta blitz them and just keep letting Chris Dunn chuck. That's the only way. You gotta let him let someone else shoot. They might have
Yeah, but
it
if
might
you
have been
blitz
too late for
Kawhi, then
them.
there's gonna be someone else open too. You're leaving a 3v4, and then yeah, I guess you could leave Chris Dunn open, but
Yeah.
I guess yeah, that's true.
Um,
They really didn't, I guess, double him as much as maybe they should have after he got, especially after he got hot. I mean, he shot 9 of 10 in the first
yeah.
half. So, I mean, you
Yeah, they should have done it
maybe that's
more.
just young, inexperienced coaching from David Adelman.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't blitz him a little bit harder. Like I don't know. Maybe they. I think they were doing when I was watching. I felt like they were trying to do like soft blitzes, like pretend like bluffs type blitzing, not like fully
To
committing.
hopefully he buys it and just gets the ball
Yeah,
out of his hands.
yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, I love the game. One of the best games I've seen for playoffs in a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Flores saying 2019. Yep,
oh yeah,
for sure. That is probably peak Kawhi. I would say. I think that 2019 playoff run is probably you could probably put that up there with some of the greatest playoff
one
runs
of
of all time.
the easily, absolutely
Individuals
easily. Yeah, he's I mean, we can even try to look for his playoff stats. I think I have it right here.
for
Like
2019.
yeah, in 2019, I'll have in like 2 seconds here.
Yeah, I mean, he was I mean, that was insane. Just a shot too. He hit that game winner versus Philadelphia. Was that in
Yeah,
game 7, right? Game 7
game
too.
7 in the second round.
Game
Um,
7, man.
39. So he's playing 39 minutes a game, 49% shooting, 3 point percent was 38%, 88 from the free throw line, and points wise, he was scoring 30 and a half points a game.
Yeah, ridiculous
With
volume.
4 assists, like 2 steals, a block, 9 rebounds,
It's
all
the
time
two-way
playoff year.
stuff too, yeah.
Yeah,
Two-way stuff is just ridiculous. I mean, that's why he won MVP when he was on the Spurs teams
yeah,
with Duncan and Ginobili. I
it's cra-
mean, it's crazy he
it's
won
crazy.
MVP with those Hall of Famers, and he
Yeah,
was
he won a
like
final.
21 years old.
Yeah, he won a Finals MVP with 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. But that's how
Locking up
impactful he
LeBron.
was. Yeah.
Yep. No,
But yeah, man, great game.
that was a great game. But I mean, I think like the only thing to say about this game is like I guess like the rotations at the end. David Adelman this game decided to leave Michael Porter Jr. and in because the last game he was so bad that he got benched for the final 6 minutes and he
Yeah,
put Westbrook in. So he did leave him this game, and then Michael Porter Jr. did get hurt at the end. I think he hurt his shoulder, and then he pulled him. But yeah, like you said, Michael Porter Jr. did have a good bounce back game. Um, we have talked about Michael Porter Jr. for Zach LaVine. We
oh
talked
yeah,
about that a couple shows ago. So yeah, I think that's the only problem with Michael Porter Jr. is his health. But he was good today. I mean, if you saw your Joker comments after the game 1, where he said, "Hey, he pretty much called him out, like if you don't want to be here, then it's the playoffs, like then
yeah,
it's never gonna happen." But he responded. I'm surprised he responded well today.
yeah. I think it's gonna be like a vibe thing. Like he's gonna play either Westbrook or Porter, depend on the fourth quarter, depending who's playing better. Um,
So hard
and
to play Westbrook, man. I don't know how you play
I
Westbrook.
mean, he made his threes today too.
He made
Like,
those corner threes. I
yeah,
mean,
if he's
he made
making,
them. He made 2 of them, and then Harden had to close out on the third.
yeah.
So they started to respect it. So that's crazy.
They didn't call that out of bounds when he was out of bounds, but I mean,
Oh yeah, he was out of bounds. That was a bad missed
miss.
call there.
And I'm really actually surprised they challenged that play, but
Yeah, that was a terrible challenge.
yeah, like it's
Why?
Westbrook shooting free throws. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, and it was a clear foul. I don't know what they were hoping. Like maybe they were hoping they'd change it to travel or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, we'll see.
You had
I think
Clippers in 6.
I had Clippers in 6. So
You feeling
yeah.
comfortable with that?
Yeah, I guess 4 out of the next 5 has got to be wins, or 4. What is it? 3 out of the next 4.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I
So
agree. I feel pretty comfortable with this pick. I had Clippers in 6 as well. I mean, they should have also won game 1 if they didn't have that blunder at the end with the turnovers, Kawhi turning it over, and
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I like the Clippers, especially going back to LA.
Let's get to the next game here with the Knicks-Pistons. But before we do that, if you guys can like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We got Apple, Spotify. Appreciate everyone coming out here after the games. It's been a dandy, and doing some NBA playoff talk. Not too much Kings today, but whenever there's Kings news, we'll be on top of it. Um,
Yeah, there's an interview tomorrow with Scott Perry, so we'll see. Floor is mentioning that, so
mhm.
yeah, we'll discuss that. I think the big question there is whether he's going to name Doug Christie as
Oh
the
yeah,
coach. So I mean, that's big. It might be a big day. I think tomorrow. I mean, I would be surprised if there's a decision on the interim tag for Doug Christie tomorrow. So, but I mean, I
yeah.
think everyone expects the interim tag to be removed and for him to be the permanent head coach. I would be surprised if it's anything else.
Baki's saying, I say only if Damian Lillard plays tomorrow. Do you guys Milwaukee? Good chance to put the series tied. So
I don't
if
think
Damian
so.
Lillard is playing and Milwaukee wins the game, I still
Yeah,
got the Pacers. I
tomorrow.
just
Just tomorrow, I think Pacers win. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I got Pacers in 6. Maybe Milwaukee wins randomly,
No,
but
he's just talking
um,
about the game tomorrow to tie the series.
put the series tied. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so
Um,
because Dame's first game in like a couple months,
yeah.
his
He's gonna be
conditioning
rusty.
isn't going to be.
Yeah.
I think Pacers win pretty easily tomorrow,
Yeah,
unless
it's usually when the player comes back too, there it's always a little bit hectic and like it takes them a game to
yeah, exactly.
figure stuff out. Let's see here. The Clippers were robbed on that challenge. Did you see what really happened before the
Oh yeah,
foul?
yeah, yeah. You did mention that out of bounds. I think he's talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the out of
That
bounds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was
Baki's
all
in the.
right.
I mean,
But yeah,
BJ's in the house.
Pistons Knicks.
Let's do Pistons Knicks. I mean, this is your team, man. You were hyped on the Pistons. You still picked the Knicks,
I picked
but you
the
thought the
Knicks.
Pistons,
Yeah,
but you thought the Pistons are going to give them a little bit of a challenge, way more than I did. So
I did,
looking
man. I
like
thought I thought you were being disrespectful to the Pistons when you picked the Knicks in 5 because I just think that I just don't rate. It's more that I just don't really rate this Knicks team. I think like today, Cat. I mean, you need Cat to step up today. He shot 5-11 from the field for 10 points and 6 rebounds. Like that's your second option. So you can't have that, especially when Isaiah Stewart is out. So I mean, this is Isaiah Stewart was out, and he still couldn't capitalize. So I mean, if you're a Knicks fan, like, what are we doing here? I mean, the Pistons have a bunch of young, inexperienced players, aside from maybe like Tobias Harris, Beasley, Hardaway, who actually Beasley was also awful today.
yeah,
Um,
should have made
so
that
I
three.
mean, and they barely also scraped by game 1. I just think that I just don't really like this Knicks team. I think it's just pretty much Jalen Brunson. They pretty much rely on him to carry them, and then once you put Asor Thompson on him, I think Asor really bothers him, even though he did foul out today. That's another terrible foul baiter, Jalen Brunson. I
Yeah.
mean, every time he drives, he's just bobbing his head. I mean, I think he might be the worst foul grifter in the league. Like, I can't think of anyone worse. I mean, people will say Shea,
Yeah.
but no, I don't think Shea is anywhere near as bad. I mean, Trey Young, I don't even think Trey Young is nearly as bad because Jalen Brunson, man, he does it like every single drive where he's like bobbing his head. But I'll say
Yeah.
kudos to the officials. They weren't buying it. They were letting him play. This was another
I didn't like
physical
that.
game.
Did you like that? Did you think that 3-pointer that he got 3 free throws on? I thought that was a bogus
No,
call.
they need to stop calling that. They,
Yeah.
they, they I thought they were gonna stop calling that. I thought the NBA said, you know what, we're gonna stop calling it when the offensive player initiates contact, and they're gonna start
Yep.
calling it offensive foul. But I don't know why they started calling it again. It should not be. It's not a natural movement when you shoot
No.
jumping
Throwing
into
into
a
the person.
player. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not natural. Like that should be an offensive foul. Like if he jumps into like your space, yeah, like I understand. But when you're like making that unnatural movement, like no, I mean. But other than that, I thought the refs, I thought they had a pretty solid game for how physical it was.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, just getting back to the point, yeah, I mean, Cade Cunningham didn't have a good game 1, but he had a good game today. He wasn't great in
Both
the
teams,
fourth.
both teams shot terrible from 3 in the field. like
Hmm.
22%, 28% from three is crazy. But Detroit got to the free throw line. I think that's where Knicks got to do better. Like they can't keep hacking this team, man. I mean, they're 20 for 34 for Detroit. Like, I mean, just that's 12 free throws for Cunningham, six for Duran, five. I mean, six for Schroeder. I mean, I don't know, like this this team should be better defensively and more disciplined to be fouling,
Yeah.
giving up 34 free throws.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, they were. Yeah, some of them were tacky calls. I won't lie, like on Cade and stuff. But yeah, no, like you said, Cat can be undisciplined, fouling
Yeah,
down there, and then just the reaching in and just some nonsense calls. But still, yeah, I mean, like you said, that was a big disparity. I mean, Malik Beasley alone shot 1 of 8 from three, so that was
yeah,
awful. Yeah, I mean, Cade 33 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. I did say I think he was the best player in this series.
that was a good
Um,
call. That was a good call.
I mean, it's
How
still
about Tim
early,
Hardaway
still
Jr.?
1-1. Jalen Brunson had a good game too as well. So, but yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, Jalen Brunson, 37 and 7, pretty monster game. Could have shot a little bit better. Didn't like the amount of turnovers. He had 6 turnovers, but he's being defended by the best defensive player on the other team
Hmm.
by a wide margin. But Tim Hardaway with 0 points and 0 for 8 shooting.
Yeah.
0
Tim Hardaway, Malik Beasley were not good today, and they were good at the first game. Well, Malik
yeah.
Beasley, at least the first game was good. And Tobias Harris was great the first game. I
Hmm.
think Tobias Harris was okay to do today. Yeah, 6'11", 15 points, 13 rebounds. Pretty good. We're pretty good on the glass. So I think that, I mean, yeah, it's just interesting because Asor fouled out in the fourth, and they still won this game without Isaiah Stewart as well. So that's a problem with the Knicks, man. Like, you can't just be Jalen Brunson ISO ball. They need someone
Yeah.
else to step up, and I just don't think. I mean, OG in the first game offensively was really good. He was probably their second best player on offense. But this game, I mean, OG had 10 points on 4-10 shooting. So once again, just
Well,
not a
how
good
did
game for him.
so what do you think that OG was the guy guarding Cade and stuff the entire game last game, and that's why Cade had OG was playing pretty good D. Cade was having a tough time. It looked like they needed a second playmaker. What was the difference today that they had Cade playing way better and
Okay,
stuff
did
like
take him a couple times, but I think they were switching a lot, or they're like I saw Mikal Bridges on Cade a
and try
lot.
to get mismatches? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I think they were, they're putting OG in the action. They're clearly trying to get OG off of Cade. And I
yeah,
think that also a lot of the Pistons points were like in transition.
hmm
So they weren't able to set their defense. So it wasn't half court defense. So when it's not half court defense, then you can't really throw OG on Cade. So I don't think like a lot of Cade's points were on OG. He wasn't just like cooking them. I think he was just able to get the mismatches.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, Cade. I mean, it was looking real nice. 42 minutes for him. Tobias 43. How about Schroeder, man? I mean, this guy's still
Yeah.
playing the league. He's having a great game. 20 points, 6 for 10 from the field, 3 for 5 from three. Made a huge 3-pointer, basically the game winner. Honestly, in the final seconds of the game, final 20 30 seconds, whatever it was. But man, like he's still clutch and he's still contributing to a good team. He's been in the league for, I guess he's not even that old actually. I feel like he's been in the league forever. He's only 31.
Oh
Um,
wow, yeah. I mean, he's a vet, man. He has
yeah.
that experience, like you said. He has playoff experience. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm surprised why did the Heat keep him? I mean, they trade him in that Jimmy Butler deal to
Yeah.
Detroit, and he seems like a player that the Heat can use right now in the playoffs. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised that the Heat traded him, but he was clutch today, man. He's the reason they won the game at the end with that
Yeah,
three.
for sure. Yeah,
And then he
yeah.
had that three before where it like rolled, took a couple bounces and rolled in. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he had a couple big threes.
Big time NBA journeyman. Been on probably, I mean, just the top
Half
one,
the
2, 3,
teams.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 teams around, something like that.
That's crazy. A third of the league.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's been in the postseason, like you said, all the time. He's been with the Lakers a lot. OKC, Atlanta. He's definitely someone that is good for the Pistons moving forward with that young team. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, so Pistons going back home 1-1. They're feeling pretty good. Knicks do look a little shook. You are right. Their fourth quarter scoring, like who do they get the ball to? It's just Brunson, and if he's not playing well, then I don't know who you go to. Cat's got to be that second guy, but he's like inconsistent in those clutch minutes. So I don't. We'll see
What
if
do you
Kate
think
can keep
about? I
him like
mean, do you think they wish they kept Randall and DiVincenzo right now, man? I was thinking that, like, maybe is that a trade that they regret?
man. I
Would
don't
you
know
rather
if
have
you.
Randall and DiVincenzo right now over Cat if you're the Knicks?
I mean, I don't know. Like if you asked them before the series, I think they would be happy with the trade.
Yeah,
The I think
I
it's just these
guess.
2 games. We'll see
Yeah.
if
I don't know. I
we'll
don't
see.
really. I think the Knicks are. I mean, I don't. I think they're a weak 3 seed. I know they're the 3 seed, but I just think they're a weak 3 seed, and that's why I said that. I mean, I did pick them in this series in 7. I did still pick them. So,
Mhm,
but and then I said, when they do play Boston, that would be like a 4. I'd give them 1 game max. I just
mhm.
don't really think they're that. I just don't think they have enough firepower besides Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll see what happens in the rest of the series. Good series. I mean, these 2 series that we had today are. This one is probably the best one in the East, right? The Pistons
Yeah.
Knicks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Boston is not. Miami
No,
is
no, and
not.
Cavs.
And then the cat, yeah.
Yes.
Pacers, yeah, and then Pacers.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
Pacers.
this is the best one for sure.
This
I
is the
think.
best
I
series.
mean, it's been very physical too. It's probably been
Yeah,
these 2 games we just covered been the most physical games.
got to give props to the refs. I mean, they are letting a lot of these teams play, so I got to give props to that.
True. Yeah.
They have been in physical intense, not too foully. I mean, the Nuggets went a little bit foully, but nothing that's making me like getting mad. I think that the calls have been most apart mostly correct. Let's just get to it, man. Let's just get to the Warriors Rockets now. Warriors 95-85 edging in the first game for this young team already, getting a W in Houston. 13 points for the Houston Rockets in that second quarter. I don't know where you get the offense from. I like Van. I mean, like I said, I think it just comes down to the player that the other team has given up for shooting. Do they make their threes or not? And in this series, it's looking like Fred Van Fleet and is got to be the guy to make his shots. I mean, 2 for 13, 4 from 19. He shot the most on the team, which is insane to me. I still can't believe he shot the most shots in the game for Houston. And actually, he shot the most shots. He's tied Curry and Butler at 19 also. Um, but yeah, I really think that he's got to make his threes. He's got to play better. This guy's a vet. He's won a shit. And Jalen Green and like Fred's shots were all open too for
Yeah.
three. So he's got to make those. And Jalen Green, um, his shots a little bit more crazy, a little bit more chaotic. I feel like every Houston player just rams themselves inside and stuff in the paint and just chucks like throws up a prayer. Jalen
Yeah.
Green was doing that a lot. I didn't like that. At least Fred's a little bit I get him shooting, but those 2 guys got to figure something out for the offense, or else they are in trouble.
Yeah. No, I mean, you called it before the series started. It's just gonna come down to that backcourt, man. Van Vliet and Jalen Green. You can't
Mhm.
shoot a combined 7 to 34 from the field against the Golden State Warriors. I
Yeah.
mean, the Rockets, like we said, their problem is half court offense. Where's the offense going to come from? I mean, yesterday you can't score 85 points in a game. I mean, yes, you did allow 95 points, so they did play good defense. But I mean, besides Sengun and Jabari Smith, I mean, no one showed up yesterday. So Steven Adams too had a good game on the glass when he was in. So I would question Udoka there at the end because he did pull, Adams and Jabari and put in Jalen Green back in, and then I mean the game was still close at the end. It was still a 3-point game. So and then yeah, so it was still a 3-point game at the end. So I'm a Rockets fan. I'm not all doom and gloom just yet because when your backcourt shoots 7 to 34 combined and you keep it to within 3 with like 2 minutes left, you hold this Warriors team, and it was a great Curry game too. I mean,
Hmm.
and Butler, Curry and Butler both
Hmm.
had good games, and so if I'm a Rockets fan, I would look at the positives there, and I would actually expect the Rockets next game to come out, and I expect the Rockets to win very easily next game. I would be surprised if they don't.
Whoa, very easily. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a blowout because I really expect like Ime Udoka is the type of coach to really get into them. I think they're going to respond well. And Ime Udoka's, he's not the type to mess around. Like if you're not playing well, he's gonna pull you, especially like if it's Jalen Green taking these wild shots. If you're not playing defense, so I would expect the Rockets to bounce back heavy in game two.
Yeah. I do think they will bounce back. I was gonna say like Draymond 37 minutes, Jimmy Butler 42 minutes, Curry 40 minutes, but they haven't. They had 2 days. The next game's on Wednesday, so they have 2 days rest before the next game, which is pretty big. So maybe Warriors
Interesting.
start
The
a little
NBA
hot.
giving Warriors 2 days rest, huh?
Yeah, that's
Warriors and Lakers get 2 days rest, but poor Clippers had to go 1 day rest.
yeah.
I wonder how they
That's
decide
a good
that.
point. Um, so yeah, we'll see. I mean, Rockets got a young team, like you said though. You're right. Like it was a close game, and Rockets had way more turnovers. They had 16 compared to what is it for? Let's see, or they had 17 to 14. Warriors usually turn the ball over a lot, so I'm surprised they couldn't get more turnovers. Rockets were sloppy. Um, and if yeah, like you said, 7 for 34 from the backcourt, that's got to change. They got to play better there. I don't know if they're gonna have worse games than that. It's gonna be hard to have worse games than that, and it's gonna be hard to have better games than Butler and Curry had. Amon Thompson, I mean, doing as best as he could, and they're still making these shots. So we'll see. Butler was a menace though on D. 5 steals is crazy.
Yeah, 5 steals.
He was
He
all
was
over the place.
and he was just man, he was so good.
Yeah.
And he was cooking
Um,
Amon Thompson. I mean, just straight up cooking him.
and free throws. Free throw.
Welcome to the playoffs, Amon Thompson moment for him.
Yeah, free throw percent for the Rockets 55%. That's got to go back to the average. So lot of things they can improve on for themselves.
Yeah, Amon shot 0 for 4 from the field. The best player on the Rockets was Alperin Şengün. I mean, by
Yeah.
far, he was by
Mhm.
far their best player. He was the only one that showed up. Like you said, 26 points, 9 rebounds on 11 of 18 shooting.
Just fun fact here. Houston shoots 74% from the free throw line. They shot 55 yesterday. Where do you think Houston ranks in free throw percent?
How much? Oh, they shoot 74% during the
Yeah.
season.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they're bottom 5.
Yeah, they're 30th, aka last.
Last, yeah, 74. 74 is like college student level. That's bad.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's what happens when you employ these non-shooters, like
yeah,
Amon Thompson. You have these guys that
yeah.
just can't shoot.
Yeah, these like really athletic defenders. I don't know why they can't shoot. They just
Yeah, you hope like Jalen Green would take that leap, but man, this is where I mean it's still early, but this is where you already hear the Kevin Durant rumors starting to swirl, man.
yeah,
Jalen Green, I think
yeah,
Rockets fans are ready to ship him off if he doesn't turn around this series specifically, man. I
yeah.
think the Rockets fans are would be ready to ship him off for Kevin Durant. They're gonna get impatient with him because he's drafted 2021, same draft class as Cade. So yeah, he
You got to
has
show
to
why
he
you're the
has to
second. You
get
got to
right.
show why you're the second
Overall pick,
pick. Right? Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And then
But I
Fred
think he'll have a better
VanVleet,
game.
man. Yeah,
I think those Fred. I'm hopeful Fred and Jalen will have better games. I will predict they will have much better games. And I think Jalen just had, it was his first game, Amon's first game. I'll give him some. I'll cut him some slack. But they got to. I got to say it. Game 2 is must win. Game 2 is must win for the Rockets. I mean,
yeah.
it's not a hot take or anything, but it's a must win already.
No, I agree. Must win just because I
0 and
wouldn't
2
trust this
going
young
into
team
Golden
going
State.
away to
Yeah,
going to San Francisco. Although I will say Chase Center is not Oracle, so
yeah.
it's not like they're gonna be playing in front of a hostile crowd. I don't think Chase Center is like that. So and then Ime Udoka has experience there, and he does rely on his vets like Dylan Brooks, Steven Adams, Fred
Matthew was
VanVleet.
Matthew said at the same exact time you did, KD
Oh,
to
KD to the
Rockets.
Warriors, yeah. Hey, that was one of your 3 locks, KD to the Warriors, or to the Rockets, sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
hopefully we'll see if that comes in fruition.
we'll see. It's
That
still
they
early.
do they do need a scorer, and I was thinking I was going to add DeMar DeRozan actually would be a good fit for them. What do you think about that?
mm, DeMar.
I mean, he's gonna be
Yeah,
cooked on defense, but I mean, at
but it
least like
depends.
they
Would
have
you give up?
someone.
I'm not giving up Jalen Green for like
No,
Demar.
no, no, no,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
It depends on
I'm just
if
saying.
you're just talking like adding them, like
Yeah, just adding him.
without giving up anything. No, that's a good fit
Yeah,
actually. Yeah, for
like
sure.
maybe
Because
like a few
for sure.
seconds or like
No, no,
maybe a
that's a
back.
great fit just
Yeah,
because, like you said, like their half court offense, it breaks down. Like, I mean, if you watched the game yesterday, like it's so ugly, man. Like,
yeah,
if you just have someone that could just go get you a bucket, like Demar, that might be the
yeah.
move, man. Call
Like a 6
Sacramento
man.
up, and they
Yeah,
have
call
some good young
Sacramento.
pieces. Sacramento
Yeah,
can take a cat Cam Whitmore or something back,
exactly. Give us a Cam
Tari
Whitmore.
Eason or something, man.
Oh,
They
that'd be
probably won't give up
insane.
Reed
Nah,
Shepard or
yeah. I mean,
Mari
Cam
though.
Whitmore is a decent one. Tate maybe a couple seconds, even at one bad
Yeah,
first.
just
I don't
take
know.
just take Cam Whitmore and some picks, man.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, we're just taking some random comments here. I don't think he's gonna play. I don't know. We don't even know if he's
No,
gonna be playing a
no, no,
game,
no. Don't
man.
take that contract. Don't take that
Uh,
knee. No, no. We. Yeah, no. Stay away. Stay away.
No,
That was
not
should the
doing
Kings
that.
traded Sabonis for Embiid.
The
But
most
yeah,
injury prone player I'd probably do it for is Zion, and that's a that's a maybe. I need to see his physical reports and everything.
yeah.
Uh,
Hey, NBA Guru Show. First one to call out
oh,
1 month ago. We brought up the
oh yeah,
Zion to Sacramento deal. You're not getting that info anywhere else. Now it looks like people are catching up to us. I'm seeing a lot of Zion to Sacramento hype.
yep. And even putting some Levine and Michael Porter stuff are is kind of floating around even more now because Porter had a bad
Oh,
game, so that's been floating around. We called that first on the show. You guys are watching Premier
you guys
Analyst,
are, yep.
Premier Reporting on
Primo,
nowhere
one
else
step
is
ahead
this
of the
stuff.
game right here, man. One step ahead of the game. But yeah, I mean,
Um,
this game I picked Rockets. I think I picked Rockets in 6.
mhm.
Yeah, I picked Rockets in 6, and I'm actually gonna stick with that. I'm buying the Rockets.
4 out of the
Just
next 5 for the Rockets?
yeah, I'm buying that the Rockets just absolutely shit the bed this game, and they
Yeah.
still kept it close. So I'm buying that copium. You could call it copium, but I will stick with the Rockets. Although I know the Warriors were the favorite coming in.
Yeah, 2 to 1. Alright, let's just see let's just get to the, Lakers Timberwolves series. What do you think, needs to be I mean, we called it here. I think like everything we called for that series before it started was on the money. We said that Randall's the X factor. He's got to make his shots, which he did, and then the other X factor, the role players, Nikhil Alexander. You
Yeah,
have made
Jaden
McDaniel's make their
McDaniels.
threes.
Hmm.
You got to have all these guys making their threes, playing good defense, and everything was and physical. Everything that we said needed to happen happened. They all made their threes. The role players played good defense on Reeves and Doncic. Randall was on fire. Played a pretty good game. We said I think even the number we said he's got to be around hovering around 25, something like that. And actually, I'm kind of curious. I don't remember off the top of my head how many points he has. He had the first game, but we'll check that. I'm checking that right now, and he had
16,
16. But I thought he had a better
16,
game
5,
here.
and 5. Well, the game was out of hand early too.
Yeah. But McDaniel's was the big winner with
Daniels was
25 and
MVP.
9.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And Nas Reed with a great game as well,
Yep.
making his threes. I mean, they shot crazy from three. They were 50%. So that's probably not gonna sustain, but Lakers defense has always been suspect, so we'll see.
Yeah, man. This game, I'm usually not a game one overreaction. You see a lot of stuff in game one where people tend to overreact. They'll change their picks, but I'm telling you right now, this just throws a bunch of red flags at me after
Mhm.
watching this game. And I'm someone that picked the Lakers to win this series in 7. But man, this game was extremely worrisome for me watching it. I think that the Lakers have no perimeter defenders, no interior defenders. Jackson Hayes played 8 minutes. They clearly don't want to play Jackson Hayes. He played 8 minutes this game.
Mhm.
Luca, AR, and LeBron. I mean, they can't guard anyone on the perimeter. Anthony Edwards is going to fly by them all the time. So you're pretty much relying on, Rui and DFS. And then if that's the case, that's two solid defenders out of your closing five is just not going to be good enough. So, I mean, this is a series that I'm actually going to change my pick on. I picked the Lakers to make the finals, but I'm saying it right now. I don't think they come out of this series. What I saw game one was very worrisome, especially the 3-point shooting. I know they ended up with 21 of 42 from three, and then you'll have these Lakers fans come out and say, oh, fake shooting. Like, that's not going to happen again. But almost all the threes were wide open. I mean, Ryan Russillo watched the tape again. He said 27 were wide open, which just means no one was anywhere near them. 7 of them were open. So, just generally open. And then there was only 6 contests. So, I mean, 6 contests out of 42 threes is absolutely dreadful. I mean, you could say you'll also see Lakers fans coping by saying, this is LeBron's game one feel out game. He always does this.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
hey, this isn't 2018. This isn't prime LeBron, man. He's 40 years old. He's not going to be coming. Prime LeBron isn't walking out in game two and dropping a 35-point, 40-point triple double. Like, not against these wings in Minnesota. So listen, man, what I saw, I usually don't overreact to game one, but in this game, this is one that I'm changing my pick. Matter of fact, I'm taking Minnesota in 6. I know I said Lakers in 7, but I don't think they have the defense. I think it's a year too early for LA. You really have to just attack this offseason you need to get an interior defender. Jackson Hayes is obviously not the answer, and there's no backup to Jackson Hayes. You can't have LeBron playing the 5, Rui playing the 5. So yeah, I mean, they were looking like the Sacramento Kings out there. I mean, just giving up open threes for fun. So very worrisome. And I think that this is the Anthony Edwards coming out party in these playoffs. And yeah, man, just ugly stuff. I don't know what JJ Redick can do to really change the game. He really just has to. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just going to be tough with the length that Minnesota provides. And they can also, the problem with Minnesota is they're so diverse. They can play Rudy, they can go big, and then they could go small with Naz Reid. So, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough matchup for the Lakers.
Yeah, I think you hit it spot on. JJ's going to have a tough time with what he has to do. I don't even know. I'm trying to think of other strategies for him to do. Reeves and offensively, Reeves and LeBron have to do way better than scoring 35 points combined. That's the first thing. Doncic had 1 assist, which is wild, which is crazy. They got to do more playmaking there. LeBron only had 3 assists, so they weren't really throwing the ball around. I mean, that's just really, really bad. From the starting lineup, only having 9 assists total. I mean, that Doncic has 9 assists a game, so they got to start passing the ball more, find the open guys. And as far as defense, I don't know what you do. I mean, if those guys are making the threes, there's nothing you can do. You got to let. I mean, man, if McDaniels made every 3 he took,
is Minnesota would you say Minnesota is the deepest bench left in the playoffs? I mean, to have Dante DiVincenzo, Naz Reid, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker coming off your bench, I mean, that's elite, man. I mean, rotations do tighten up too in the playoffs. So all you need is about 8 players. So I mean, that is an elite bench, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'd still probably put Boston's and OKC's ahead.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, they are in the top.
They're up there, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, we got Pageman saying no Jackson Hayes. I don't know. You would get out rebounded pretty hard with like if they kept Rudy Gobert and Randall. I don't know, like LeBron and center is good for like small minutes. I don't think LeBron can play center like the whole game. So
yeah, exactly. And then they're just bigger and stronger, man. Like you said, Julius Randle was actually good. He looked good. He'll have that revenge motivation being a former Laker, and they traded him away.
Yeah. That's a
so
good
there
point.
is that. Yeah. So Naz Reid, absolutely insane offensive bag, man. To be that big, 6'11" with handles, can catch and shoot threes. They have all the catch and shoot 3 guys: DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Jaden McDaniels obviously was MVP of that game. He had the best game. But man, yeah, like I said, man, this is a series where I'm flipping my pick. Like, I don't care. I know it's game 1, and I know I picked the Lakers to make the finals, but I'm tossing my bracket away, man. This is every other series, like, game 1, feel out game. But this one, just just a bunch of red flags for me, to be honest. I think that the Lakers really have to that Mark Williams trade. They have the reasons why they vetoed it, but they could really use someone like that on the inside right now. But yeah, man, just not. I mean, I assume they're gonna come out and take game 2 tomorrow, but in the long term, I just don't think that they can. And we talked about, I don't think they have anyone to guard Ant, especially like the driving kicks. That's pretty much all the threes were in the first game. So just because the
Mhm.
perimeter defending is so bad, so they're gonna keep getting these looks. I think, man. I don't know what JJ can do. It's hard. I mean, maybe you could bench Reeves. Honestly, it might have to just come down to that. Play DFS Rui, but then again, there's really no one on the bench that they have that's like a wild card or maybe like an X factor. So I mean, LeBron did not look good, like you said, in that first game. So I think this is gonna be Timberwolves in 6.
Yeah, I think the odds are favored for Minnesota now.
Yeah, the odds flipped. That's a good
The odds
point. The
flipped.
Wolves, yeah, they flipped. They actually went from plus 160, so they were underdogs, and now they're
Mhm.
minus 153. So
Oh wow, that's a
yeah,
pretty big
like
jump.
to flip like that after one game is
That's
alarming. I
that's pretty
mean,
much winning. What you said it was plus what? What was it? Plus 145. Yeah,
plus 160
plus 160.
to
Yeah, that's
minus
like
153.
minus
So now the
153.
Wolves are favored.
Yeah, that's like going from like low 40% to like mid to high 50%. So,
Oh, there you
uh,
go.
yeah, there's
There you go.
your
There's a
stats
math
for the day.
breakdown for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, Vanderbilt Vando, we didn't mention too. He just came out and was kind of like a shithouser, just trying to
yeah.
stir trouble up. But I guess maybe you could try like a Vando, Rui, DFS. But then again, your offensive game is going to be with LeBron and Luca. Your
They're just
offense is
gonna
going
let
to be,
Vando shoot.
yeah,
Yeah.
Vando can't, has zero offensive game. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see
I
what
think
they can pull out the bag.
yeah, I think you almost gotta have and Edwards didn't even have a good game. That's the
He
crazy
didn't.
thing.
That's another thing. Good point. Yeah. He did not
22
have a
for
great game.
8 for 20. Like he playmade pretty well, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, but 22 points on 22 shots is not good in this league. It's not great, at least 8 for 22 shooting.
Yeah, especially for
So
his standards.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's gonna have a better game than that in the
I
next
think
few.
he's
So.
yeah, I think he's gonna have much better games, especially when they go back to Minnesota.
But yeah, let's. So any other games? OKC over Memphis. I mean, that's just. I mean, do you think they'll never do this? But do you think if a team wins by 50 or more in a playoff game, it should count as like two games? I think they should, man. Like if
No, man,
you can't be
that's you
losing,
can't. Well, game one is
NBA
game
won't do it.
one. No, they
If you
won't
were
ever
the,
do that. They're not just gonna
but if you were the commissioner and you didn't care about the money,
maybe
like
you
would you
start
do
next
that?
game down 10 or something, but giving them a straight up win is crazy. Like if you're gonna explore options like that, like let's start a little lower. Like maybe next game there you give the other team like a 10-point advantage or something. Like something like that,
Um,
maybe.
yeah,
But I mean,
that's
50
fair.
points is absolutely embarrassing. But
But it's an NBA playoff game. You can't be losing by 50, bro. That's
yeah,
50
I
points.
think last one was the Chicago Bulls versus Milwaukee Bucks was like
Yeah,
54 and like 20, was it 19 or something like that? Maybe it's
yeah,
26, 15, 2015 actually.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so no, I mean, I actually think, yeah, that's bad. That's bad. 50 points is
Uh,
crazy. I don't know what to say about that series, man. It's looking like you picked the sweep. I picked the Grizz. No, I didn't pick the. I picked OKC in 5. I did not pick the Grizzlies. I picked OKC in 5. I thought that the Grizzlies could maybe steal a game, but man, they don't really have anyone. I mean, Triple J, man, this is a playoff dropper right here. This is another player that
yeah,
this one that I'm not a big fan of. He kind of reminds me of Sabonis, man. Like when the playoffs come, he's very like niche, and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he's obviously better defensively than Sabonis. That's not even a comparison, but
Mhm.
his offensive game is just too ugly. I think for him to be a second option on a team like Memphis for them to ever compete. And then just the bodies that they could throw at Desmond Bain and Jaw on the perimeter. Yeah, it's looking like a sweep. It's looking like you're right. I mean, you could put this series on Tubi or whatever. I mean, NBA TV, Tubi,
Put on
Pluto
Nickelodeon, man.
TV, put on Nickelodeon, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, have
put on
one of
that
those like
the
slime.
slam. Yes.
Yeah, one of those slime shows they do for the NFL, man. Just put this series on there because this is gonna be ugly.
Yeah. He had 4 points, 2 for 13
How
shooting,
many rebounds? He's like 6'11 and
3
they're
rebounds.
3
Yeah,
rebounds.
yeah.
Yeah, see, like, yeah, I'm just Triple J to me is just not. He's not
Just
someone.
I'll just throw out some stats here for his per game for the playoffs in his career.
Oh wow,
39% shooting, 33% from three, uh, 6.5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. So he's still good on defense. 15 points. That's pretty
defense is the
good.
issue
I
with
mean, it's
him.
pretty bad.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, compared to his 18.5 points career, and actually,
And rebounding too,
his
man.
rebounding
He's like he's
is
not. He don't got that dog in him, man.
yeah,
You don't got that.
47
There's
from
no
two.
playoff Triple J. Whatever the opposite of playoff is, then that's what Triple J is. Playoff
Yep.
dropper, man.
Pageman, Green doesn't rebound, just
He
chills
doesn't,
outside.
man.
You know, I'd still trade Sabonis for him in a heartbeat. I'll tell you
Oh,
that
for
much.
sure, for sure, for sure. I would trade Sabonis. I mean, that's at least a net plus on the defense. That's at least a plus on
um,
the defensive side.
Miami Cavs doesn't really interest me. I feel like that just it's Tyler Hero. He's got to pretty much go off if he's not, and Andrew Wiggins. But if they're not going off, it's maybe five. Just giving some shot. That's what we
Give
said.
Spo. Yeah, you said give Spo one game. I
Some
think that's fair.
respect.
Maybe 4 or 5 that series, like you said. That's probably gonna be
Um,
4 or 5.
Yeah, Boston, Orlando. I don't really even care about that series, man. It's just get the Boston. Like I think we also said, like just get Jalen Brown some rest at this point. You won the first game. Take
Yeah, I said
take a
Boston
break for
in
the
4.
second.
You said Boston in 5. But
Yeah,
either way, this
yeah.
is gonna
I
be
don't
a
need.
quick
Yeah,
series. Um,
yeah,
Paolo did have
yeah.
a good game, but that's all they have. That was our concern. Was who's gonna score besides Paolo? I mean, Franz Wagner. Like, are you gonna show up? Like, I mean, also someone that was in I think the 22 draft. So
Mm.
I think Franz is since he's come back from injury has been a little disappointing. I mean, Paolo does try to carry the team as much as he can, but yeah, I think this is a sweep. Boston is way too overpowered for them.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, man. I mean, talking playoffs, we'll have another uh show this week. Appreciate everyone being on here today.
Oh,
Appreciate
let me tell you my
everyone.
new bracket. I gotta show you guys my new
Yes,
bracket. I gotta share my new
check it
bracket
out. Check it
because
out.
I'm done with the Lakers, man. You could put the Lakers 6 feet. I'm putting them 6 feet under. You could throw the dirt on them. They're done, man. They're absolutely done. I've got a new bracket, and I might have a new Western Conference Finals a winner, and it might surprise some of you. But I'm all in, man. I think this is
Minnesota in the finals.
Minnesota.
Holy.
I still have
Upsetting the
Boston as a winner,
Thunder.
but yeah, I think this is it. You could call these playoffs the Anthony Edwards playoffs because I think this is the year that he has his coming out party, man. I mean, he's obviously he's one of the best players in the league, but I think this is the year he really shoots another level and is considered one of the
That's
best
crazy.
and is
That's
considered
crazy.
taking that title almost for the best two-way player. So yeah,
Um, yeah. Minnesota going to the finals. I like it. I like the pick.
it's a little
Going
hot
all the way.
takey.
Yeah, it's over OKC. I don't see it, but it's probably better than the Lakers right now. But man, yeah, I actually, preseason I picked OKC and Minnesota to be in the Western Conference Finals. So,
Oh, gee,
uh,
that's right, you did.
yeah,
Oh, there
so
you
that'd
go.
be I'd
Damn,
like
you're
that
just
to
a step
happen.
ahead, man.
Yeah, just throwing out there. I got receipts for everyone if
You got
people need them.
receipts too. Hey, if that happens, man, we both gotta take victory laps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's I kind of just picked Minnesota too over OKC just to be. I mean, part of it was to be different, but I do think that Anthony Edwards is gonna
Yeah,
just take another.
their defense is looking really, really good. So if their defense can be
Yeah, like I said, yeah, they have that.
top tier.
They're so versatile on defense. Like even Gobert, like they could play with the big or the small lineup. So I don't know, man. I just like what I saw from them.
No, I respect it, man. We'll find out. They play tomorrow, I think at 6:30 or 7:30. I can't remember.
Yeah, tomorrow
But
at 7.
at 7. But yeah, so it'll be a good game. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see you guys. I'm thinking we do a show on Wednesday after the Rockets game. That's when the Warriors Rockets play, or Thursday. I'm guessing that's when the
Or Thursday. Isn't the Scott Perry
Clippers
interview? Is it tomorrow or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe it'd be good to have the show on Wednesday and
And we
talk
could
Kings a little bit.
just throw some Kings talk in there if there's any big
Yeah,
news regarding the coach.
yeah. Wednesday or Thursday. We'll throw it in the air, but Wednesday or Thursday we'll have a show. keep an eye out. Subscribe if you aren't, so you can follow that. And we got the top tier at Playoff Talk here. Predictions that you won't see anywhere. We got the top tier at Playoff Talk here. Predictions that you won't see anywhere. Accuracy that you won't see anywhere. Most importantly, and appreciate everyone for coming out. So this is the NBA Guru Show. Great seeing y'all.